Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to the Roger G. Taylor Arena for today's Region 10 men's basketball matchup. The home team, the Louisburg Hurricanes, sitting at a 12-13 record. Welcome in the Yetis from Cleveland Community College with a 14-13 record. Both teams coming off of a losing streak. PD Doors Craig Green here. Welcome aboard, Craig.
Great to be here on this Saturday afternoon. And again, talking about two teams not coming in the right way today. Both teams on the wrong side of decisions. Again, Fayetteville Tech got the better of today's opponent, the Yetis, the other night on the, Davidson Davy did, and that was on the second night of a back-to-back. So again, Yetis come in with a 3-game losing streak, Petey, and then looking on the other side, Louisburg, the month of February has not been kind to them at all. They are 1-4 in February and have lost, two of the last 3 games. But again, a familiar opponent looking to get some big get back here today against the Yetis.
Yes, like you said, the Yetis have 5 losses out of the last 6 games. Their last win come on February 13th. Not many days ago, but a lot of games in between as they beat Guilford Tech 91-86, which Guilford Tech put a smack down last night on the Bulldogs from Pitt Community College.
That's right, and Pitt is actually the opponent of Catawba Valley, who the Hurricanes will be taking on Monday on the road. So a little bit of tie-ins there in terms of Region 10 play. But these teams know each other very well. Back in December in Shelby, the Hurricanes took an L out there against the Yetis, but we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of Region 10 play, again, down to the last 3 games here. And, Hurricanes want to close the season out the right way before the Region 10 tournament gets started.
Yeah, the Yetis stand 3 games better than the Hurricanes right now in Region 10 play. Hurricanes down on the lower part of the Region 10 with an 8-11 record in region. Yetis are 11-8 in the region. So the Hurricanes with 2 games ahead of Guilford Tech. But the Hurricanes match up with, as Craig said, against Catawba Valley on the road on Monday night, and then they'll be back here next Thursday as they welcome in the Trojans from Fayetteville Tech, who are 11-8 also in Region 10 play, but they got an advantage over Cleveland as they beat them just a couple nights ago handily in Fayetteville. But today, the Hurricanes, as Craig said, February has not been the month for the Hurricanes so far this season, with only 1 win in the month of February. And that game against Southwest Virginia, where they won 75-69. But prior to that was January 23rd against Guilford Tech right here at home. But Craig, if you look at the stats, the Hurricanes averaged through 25 games 83.8 points per game, which is, you can't say that's a bad number.
No, not at all. I mean, 83, really 84 if you want to, give them the curve on it. But 84 points a game, nothing to sneeze at. But sometimes these games have come down to shootouts as well, and that's on the opposite side of it. You want to see the Hurricanes play a little bit better defense. Again, these Region 10 games are very, very close. I mean, they're 8-11, but it's been a lot of close ball games. And I think today for them, the key to today's game really is going to come down to their three-point shooting. They need to do better at the three-point shooting. They're going to need to do a much better job at the free throw line as well, just shooting 68% as a team and 33 rebounds as a team per game. Not going to get it done against a team like the Yetis. You have to step it up this afternoon.
Speaking with Coach Ray Hartsfield prior to today's matchup, before they went down to the locker room, and he's saying we got to get back on defense. We have to play clean basketball, and we'll get the win today. If we could just get back on defense and stay out of foul trouble, the Hurricanes will edge the Yetis. But Hurricanes shooting 45% in that loss the other day, our last game out. The Hurricanes shot 50% from the field. They were 34 for 67 in the loss against Bryan and Stratton, and they lost 93-84.
Yeah, I mean, that game, again, was kind of a tale of 2 halves. I mean, there was too many lulls in that game for the Hurricanes. I mean, way too many opportunities. Did they let turnovers turn into points on the opposite side? for Bryan and Stratton, and that's what took them out of the game again. The first time around against the Bobcats, they trailed by 2 at the half, and then again the bad second half led to an 11-point loss on the road. And then again they had way too many bad moments against Bryan and Stratton. That's what led to a loss. Today they have to play cleaner basketball, more consistent basketball, and if they can do that, they can snow the Yetis under.
The Yetis average 84 points per game, field goal percentage right about 46. 3-point percentage 35. Free throws, they edge the Hurricanes, shooting 70%. Grab down for about average of 40 rebounds, 16 assists. But the Hurricanes, 33 rebounds per game, Craig. When you got Kristen Hodges, Nehemiah McDonald, also Cameron Barnes and Robbie Knox can pull down there without Robbie Knox again today for the third consecutive game.
Yeah, he's out there with his team in the warm-ups, but clearly not warming up, just out there to provide support for his teammates. But again, it means without Robbie Knox, you're going to have to see more of Torrey Brown, who will be inserted into the starting lineup. You have to see more Cam Barnes, James Harris, James Stanley. They'll throw all these different looks at you coming from Brian Bagwell against the Yetis. And you talked about Cleveland's offensive status, their offensive stats. I mean, they are a better offensive team than the Hurricanes offensively. I mean, again, shooting 35% from three-point range, 70 from the free throw line, getting more than 40 rebounds. They share the basketball well. Again, 84 points a game. That just goes to show you that when their perimeter shooting is on, they're on. So again, Yetis, you need to force them to take some bad shots today.
The first game back on December 3rd, the Hurricanes are down at halftime, 43-32. Put up 33 in the second half, fell in that game to the Yetis, 78-65. In that game, there's only 2 Hurricanes in double digits, Donovan Majette and Nehemiah McDonald. They both 13 and 14 points per game. But for the Yetis, they had 4 in double figures, and one of those tonight that we need to keep an eye on is Jacob Adair and Keelan Flowers, who both will start tonight for the Yetis.
Yeah, against the Hurricanes last game, again, Adair, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Flowers, 18 and 7 assists. The Yetis shot 50% as a team, 51% really. Hurricanes in that game, PD, 5 of 30 from three-point range, and that's part of the reason why they lost because, again, the cold shooting. But, when you look at that offense for the Yetis, again, you talked about Adair and Flowers. Those are 2 guys that, again, you'll have to mark. You cannot leave Adair or Flowers wide open to get the looks they want.
Flowers, the returning sophomore, and Adair, the redshirt freshman out of Asheville, North Carolina, who will step aside for tonight's national anthem and then the starting lineups.
All right, for the Cleveland Yetis, they're going to be led by Jabbar Adams. Will start number 21. Cairo Morales, 6'7", out of Queens, New York. He's the team's leading rebounder. Tamarion Roundtree also will be in the starting lineup for them, wearing number 13. Roundtree out of Rochester, New York. Jamari Smith, number 12, the freshman, 6 foot out of Gastonia. They'll also start Killon Flowers out of Statesville. We talked about him. Flowers averages, he's the team's leading scorer, 17.6 a game, and then Jacob Adair averaging 12.5 points a game. Adair out of Asheville, North Carolina, a redshirt freshman.
For the home team, the Louisburg Hurricanes will start off with the 6'5 freshman out of East Wake High School, Donovan Majette, averaging 13.9 points per game. 6'5 freshman out of Roxborough through Southeastern Prep, Isaiah Smith, wearing number 2. A redshirt sophomore out of Legacy Prep in Greenville, South Carolina, wearing the number 4, Kristen Hodges, putting up 12.4 points per game in his 6th start for the season. Wearing number 10, the 6-foot freshman out of Greenville, North Carolina, J.H. Rose High School, just averaging under 4 points per game is Torrey Brown. They'll round out the tower down low, the man that loves to get off his feet down low for the Hurricanes, 6'7", sophomore out of Pine Forest High School in the Fayetteville, North Carolina, Nehemiah McDonald.
The key players for the Hurricane Speed, you're going to have to stay out of foul trouble like McDonald. Remember, he was saddled with 4 fouls against Bryan and Stratton today. He's got to stay on the court here against the Yetis. As you can see, they're going to have a size advantage in terms of length. You know, Morales will be a tough matchup down low for McDonald and for Christian Hodges. But again, the perimeter shooting of the Yetis is what you're going to have to really corral. Make these guys take bad shots, make them go 1 and out.
Morales will be jumping up against Nehemiah McDonald, and the Yetis will be in the blue uniforms, trimmed the white numbers, the Yeti logo on the back shoulder blades. For the Hurricanes, they'll be in the white home jerseys, blue numbers, with Louisburg across their chest.
Today's officials, Jim Crawford, Landon Cooper, and Justin Ford. And looks like, I believe that's Mr. Ford with the basketball. Oh, correction, Mr. Crawford with the basketball.
We've seen Landon Cooper a couple times here inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. This is Justin Ford's first appearance and Crawford's first appearance this year. And we are underway from Louisburg with the Hurricanes controlling the first tip. Yetis match up with man, Isaiah Smith. Nehemiah working inside and strip, stays right with it. Up and under, doesn't get a foul. And Justin Ford set us off of the Hurricanes. Yetis ball.
And want to see if we can get Isaiah Smith going early too. Again, you know, a little bit more of a facilitator role last game, kind of distributing the basketball, trying to, you know, feed his hot hand. But, you know, love to see Isaiah Smith here get himself involved early in this game.
Smith on the left wing. Adair crossing that baseline. Adair on the baseline working. 3 coming up for Adair, and it's nothing but nylon.
They can't let Adair get comfortable out there on the wing and knock down triples. Again, Jacob Adair is a guy who is not afraid to let it loose, shooting 41% from three-point range.
Isaiah Smith off his leg and out of bounds. Hurricanes. 2 trips, 2 turnovers.
My eyes deceive me. I thought it bounced off the leg there of Smith, but it must have went off of Isaiah Smith instead.
Adair in the corner, steps on the baseline, cross court, passes one over to Smith. Flowers will hit a 3. Yetis open up to a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, don't dare them to shoot, they'll make you pay.
Minute 15 off the clock. The Jet guarded tightly by Morales. They'll go inside and a push from behind. Let's say Flowers gave a little love tug to Isaiah Smith. First foul for the Yetis, first foul in tonight's matchup. Brown kicks it out to Hodges. Nehemiah flashing through the paint, gets it. Double teams, 15-footers air ball. And holding off of Kristen Hodges was Adair.
The Hurricanes still with that goose egg on the scoreboard here. perhaps they can turn defense and offense on this series.
Smith double teamed quickly by Brown and Smith. Nehemiah has a steal. Nehemiah McDonald will flush it home hard for the Hurricanes to get on the board.
Ask and you shall receive, PD. Defense and the offense, and guess who it is? Nehemiah McDonald rocking the rim early.
Hurricanes pulled up 2 as they cross the timeline, which Nehemiah came out on a dare. Adair driving baseline, kicks it underneath the Roundtree. He'll use the window and pick up 2.
Yeah, Roundtree is a wide guy. I mean, he's 6'6", but he's also pretty wide and pretty athletic. So got to keep him and his length away from the rim if possible.
Hurricanes, this is their 4th offensive possession. Donovan Majette for 3, and it's a long 2, the official says, Mr. Crawford.
But either way, you like it, though, from the Hurricanes. 2 straight scoring possessions that they've had here.
Flowers kicks it over to Adair. Popping out is Morales. They'll move the ball. Hurricanes, great defense so far, and a turnover. Forces Cleveland in their first turnover.
I mean, it was a good pick that time. You know, Roundtree set a nice screen, but the pass over the top by Smith, just a little too much English on it. See if the Hurricanes can turn into 3 consecutive scoring possessions here, PD. Again, Isaiah Smith pretty quiet.
Corey Brown. Popping out is Nehemiah, nearly loses the ball. Guarded tightly by Roundtree, pulls up in his face and flushes it home.
No hesitation whatsoever, and that is a 3. That'll be a triple from all the way downtown. Nehemiah McDonald, a good start for the Hurricanes.
Flowers out to Morales. Smith kicks it at Adair. Adair gets around Isaiah Smith and picks up his 5th point.
And no help defense that time to stop Adair. He was able to just score with the left hand after making a couple of moves.
Hurricanes moving the ball around the perimeter. Nothing opening up down low for Nehemiah or Kristen Hodges. Majette stops and could not connect. Nehemiah. And they say off of Nehemiah McDonald.
I respect the hustle of Nehemiah, though. I mean, he went after the basketball. He was the first guy there, just couldn't tiptoe that sideline, that baseline.
Landon Cooper, the official, was right there on the baseline with him. Great call. Smith cross-court pass to Flowers. In trouble is Smith, out to Flowers. 11 on the shot clock, mid-range is off the mark. Hurricanes in transition here. Can they tie the game or get within 1 possession?
Another good defensive stop by the Hurricanes that time. I like what they did there against the Yeti shooters.
Isaiah Smith off the elbow, too hard. Adair ahead. Great Kristen Hodges stepped right in the lane of Roundtree. And we got our first media timeout, 15-23. Yetis open up to a 6-0 run before the Hurricanes can get a turnover and a steal and a bucket by Nehemiah McDonald. He leads the way for the Hurricanes with 5 points. Donovan Majette with 2. Adair leads the way for the Yetis with 5, followed by Flowers with 3, and Roundtree with a little bunny. 15-23 left in the first half.
And Roundtree, you know, getting ready to go to the line to shoot a couple. I mean, he's not a guarantee. He's 67% from the line and averaging just under 9 points a game. And then the last game, he played against Davidson Davey. That game came out, looks like he only had 3 points, if I got that correctly here. Trying to find his scoreline from the last ball game. But again, Roundtree, you know, good to foul him versus making him. Actually, no, this is his first action from what I see here in the last couple of games. But, you know, last output against Central Carolina, 6 points on Valentine's Day. And if you get him to the line here, we'll see what he can do. Again, 8.7 points a game. Free throws, not a certainty for him.
He's definitely not an outside shooter. He's only started. Today was the 2nd game starting for the Yetis. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
But he is a wide body, though, too. You kind of have to keep your eyes on Roundtree. I mean, getting 6 rebounds a game. Again, pretty long guy, 6'6". So can be a matchup problem for these for the wing players and for the smaller guards for the Hurricanes.
Coach Bagwell makes a substitution. James Stanley in the game along with Cameron Barnes. They'll set have Kristen Hodges, Donovan Majette, Isaiah Smith, Cameron Barnes, and Stanley as Roundtree misses the first. And they'll make their first substitution as Miles Beard out of Moravian Prep in the game. He'll check right in for Morales.
You're going to sacrifice the size to have some more speed and shooting right now. Again, pretty small lineup out there for the Yetis.
On 50% Roundtree with 3 points tonight. So he'll come out and make a substitution in the game for the first time tonight for the Yetis. 11-7. Cameron Barnes down low to Smith. Double team back out to Barnes. Fakes that shot, finds Smith in the corner.
Give him a clean look, he'll knock it down. I mean, they've been really paying attention to Isaiah Smith out there. Again, Smith 17 points last game. Pretty good start so far today with that first triple.
That's his 355th three he shot this year. He's a 44% free throw shooter. Now, correction, that was his 98th. Looking at his field goal attempts. Hurricanes with a chance to take the lead here. Falling behind early, 6-0.
Got Majette playing the 5 right now down there. Kind of a mouse in the house situation against Beard.
Stanley guarded tightly by Adair. By Smith, who's guarded by Flowers. Kristen Hodges setting screens for Majette. Hodges. Driving in, kiss off the window, and Hodges is on the board for Hurricanes.
And he was able to get that time around Golominga and finish out the rim. Again, Golominga also 6'8" guy when Hodges able to kind of skirt around him and finish.
Golominga didn't see any time the last matchup against these two teams. Flowers leaning over on the baseline, gets around Stanley.
Just a crafty move that time by Flowers, staying on that pivot foot, looking around, keeping his eyes up, and was able to cash in.
Long shot by Kristen Hodges, wraps around the rim, falls right in the hands of Jabari Smith. He'll sprint down, drop it off to Golominga. He'll miss. Fight and coming out with the rebound, Hurricanes. Smith ahead to Majette. Lays it up for the Hurricanes. Majette with 4 points. Hurricanes with a 1-point lead.
Really nice pass that time to find Majette to finish at the rim. And Majette, a tough finish.
Flowers looking down low, popping out is Beard, and off the elbow. Beard gets on the board.
A little bit of a lucky roll that time for Beard. Looked like he wanted to crawl out, but then it decided just to fall in for him.
Beard averaging 16 points per game. Coming off the bench tonight as they let Roundtree get the start. Stanley, 15 on the shot clock, hands it off to Smith. Majette with the screen, rolling off of the screen, nothing there. Cameron Barnes left wide open, 3 and buries it.
Really important for the Hurricanes to knock these triples down early. I mean, that right now is their 3rd three-pointer, Petey, of the first 7.5 minutes.
With a 2-point lead and a chance to extend the lead here as Stanley comes down off of the rebound.
Going to keep it on this ball tempo here for the Hurricanes. How quickly do they move it? How quickly do they move off the ball?
Golominga is pushing out Hodges, but Smith stays with it and gets a little bunny. Isaiah Smith tonight with 5 points for the Hurricanes, him and Nehemiah both. And we got an offensive charge by Jacob Adair as he pushes Isaiah Smith down, and we're going into a timeout. 11:59 left, 19-15. The Hurricanes lead the Yetis. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we're committed to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages in a warm, welcoming environment. From preventive cleanings to advanced restorative and cosmetic treatments, our experienced team is here to help you achieve a healthy, confident smile. We combine state-of-the-art technology with a personalized approach, ensuring your comfort and care come first. Visit CardinalFamilyDentistry.com today.
Hurricanes with 3 threes in an opening 8 minutes and 1 second off the clock. They get a 4-point lead over the Yetis. PD Doors Craig Green here. A lot of great ball movement so far. Craig by the Hurricanes, whipping around the perimeter, waiting for the best opportunity. And Cameron Barnes off the bench with 3 on that last one. Isaiah Smith also with the 3. And Nehemiah McDonald with the triple.
Yeah, and again, it's a good sign for the Hurricanes that these long-range shots are falling this early in the game. You see they've built a 4-point lead after, starting kind of slow. But you got to build on it, got to continue what you're doing here. I think I like it a little bit, but, still want to see them move the ball a little bit quicker and get some more high percentage shots closer to the basket. Can't depend on the 3 all game long.
James Harris in the game and puts up a 3 off the mark. Few seconds into the game, gets a wide open 3 and misses. Beard trying to go around Nehemiah, and Kristen Hodges steps in for the block.
Great help defense that time by Hodges to get over there and swat it away.
James Harris with the ball. They says, you give me wide open, I'll try it again. They'll move it around. Kristen Hodges down in the 4, Nehemiah in the 5 position. Brown.
Absolute mismatch with McDonald. You got to feed him the ball against a 5'11 McDowell.
Barnes with 5 on the clock. Finds James Harris on that left block, and he misses. A perfect opportunity for the Hurricanes to extend the lead.
Got to find McDonald down there. He was against a guy who was 8 inches shorter than him.
Flowers. They'll move it out. McDowell checks in for the Yetis after the last dead ball. Like Golamingo went out as at the table is Jabari Smith. McDowell. Hurricanes nearly had a turnover and a shot clock violation. And the Yetis with their 3rd turnover. Hurricanes only with 2 turnovers so far in the first half of the game. McDowell hit by hit on the Yetis, Torrey Brown.
I thought that shot was after the clock went off, but a little generous by the referees not to call that a shot clock violation.
James Harris up and under. Nice circus shot for the young man. James Harris gets on the board out of Cleveland High School in Clayton. Hurricanes lead 21-17. Another Yeti turnover.
And Adair a little frustrated that time with Roundtree. I think he wanted Roundtree to get a little deeper underneath the basket.
Yetis will pull some subs, and Majette will check in for Kristen Hodges. (21-17). McDowell in the backcourt with Brown. Majette trying to get away around McDowell, and Nehemiah saves the turnover. Leans over, trying to get a foul, couldn't get the call. And we got a jump ball. Yetis with the ball. 9:35 left, first half. Hurricanes set up in a press.
I like it. Make the Yetis earn it.
McDowell beats the press. Brown picking him up. Crisscross and Brown goes up. Majette with the block.
Yeah, Coach Bagwell arguing that it rolled off of a Yeti, but it looked like it touched Majette last. Really good help defense again that time by the Hurricanes.
Landon Cooper with the call on the baseline. The Yeti's ball. McDowell gets the inbound. 12 on the shot clock. And Nehemiah and Majette steps in for the 6th turnover. James Harris wanted that 3, but collapsing on defense was Morales.
Yeah, no rush here if you're the Hurricanes. Take your time, find your shot. Run your offense.
Majette, turn around, flushes it home. right over the hands and the eyes of Morales.
He's one of the best shooters in Region 10, and Majette can knock it down from anywhere on the floor.
Smith, take, little teardrop for the Yetis.
Good defense there, but just a better shot.
Brown. McDowell is right on Brown. Brown takes him baseline, elevates for a kiss off the window, and Brown with his first bucket.
Yeah, Torrey was trying to find McDonald down low, and I'll tell you what, Roundtree was grabbing the heck out of McDonald's 24, and that created space for Torrey Brown to just come on down the baseline and invite himself into the party.
Smith, jump passes one. Beard for three. Hurricanes left him open on that left wing, and Beard with 5 points for the Yetis.
You know, it's the gamble you take when you're trying to chase the ball handler into a bad position. If you can look up and find that wide open perimeter shooter, he's probably going to knock it down.
Majette, guarded by Morales. Nehemiah in the corner. Great defense by Roundtree, but Nehemiah with the second three leads away with 8 points for the Hurricanes, just ahead of Majette 6.
Yeah, Yeti fell down. That created basically a 5-on-4 situation here in the half-court set. And McDonald, fearless, knocking it down right in the face of a Cleveland Yeti.
Beard on the baseline for 7.
The pace is picking up offensively, PD. We see, you know, right now 52 combined points here. Still got 7 minutes and change left. I mean, just against Davidson Davey, the Yetis were held to 56 points total. So, you know, Hurricanes would love to replicate a defensive output like that.
Hurricanes in the last game against the Yetis put up 32 in the first half. Yetis put up 43. We're on our way from Louisburg. If you're looking to support the Hurricanes, go ahead and get your phone out and scan the QR code. Hurricanes lead 28-24.
Louisburg College Athletics depends on fans like you to keep these broadcasts free and accessible. Your donation helps us support student athletes and continue streaming every game for the entire Hurricanes community. Scan the QR code on your screen to give today, and thank you for keeping Hurricane sports free for everyone.
Discover the joy of handcrafted perfection at Lumpy's Ice Cream. Each scoop is made with the finest, freshest ingredients, bringing you flavors that are bold, rich, and unforgettable. From classic favorites to unique creations, every bite is a celebration of quality and care. Whether you're treating yourself or creating memories with loved ones, Lumpy's is where smiles are made. Order your favorite flavors today at lumpysicecream.square.site and experience ice cream the way it should be.
Welcome back to Roger G. Taylor Arena. We'll be back on air Monday as a women's game. They'll be matching up against Southwest Virginia. The cream of the crop in Region 10. Lady Hurricanes still with a couple tight games coming up against Fayetteville Tech and Bryan and Stratton Bobcats, who the Hurricanes are right up there with them in the Region 10. The men's game will be back home next Thursday as they welcome in Fayetteville Tech right here in a doubleheader starting 4:30 next Thursday. Craig Green and Avon Thomas will have the call. Hurricanes with a 4-point lead. Harris gives it up to Brown. He'll spot up three and count it. That's a first three tonight for Torrey Brown with 5 points.
And 4 for the Hurricanes in this first half. Again, Brown, another 3-ball for Louisburg. Again, 4 different guys getting in the action. Correction, 3. McDonald with 2 threes.
Beard working around James Harris. Harris on closeout defense. And there to clean it up all alone on the baseline was Anderson. He'll kick it. Majette ahead to Smith. Nice ball movement to find Nehemiah, flashing to the bucket. And Nehemiah with 10 points tonight for the Hurricanes.
Awesome court vision that time by Isaiah Smith to be able to find the trailing McDonald. And again, another assist for the Hurricanes. Sharing the basketball.
We got a travel by Flowers. And he's frustrated. So is the coach and the Hurricanes with their biggest lead tonight, 9.
You know, the trap got him exactly how Brian Bagwell designed it to work, and they had Flowers in a precarious position. He slid that pivot foot. Therefore, it is too many steps.
Stanley trying to run hit with Miles. Isaiah Smith guarded tightly by Flowers. Spins on Flowers, got an elbow shot off the mark. Clapson and getting his own rebound, stepping on the baseline. Hurricanes with their unofficial fourth turnover of the first half.
It's a turnover in theory, but really, if you're the Hurricanes, it's not bad. I mean, this allows you to set up your half-court defense here and get back. And, for them, I mean, you're up by 9. Things are looking good right now. You just got to do better on the perimeter here.
Flowers on the right wing. Unguarded, but Donovan Majette tried to get to him, but Flowers with a second three.
It's the only thing keeping the Yetis afloat right now in this game is knocking down some long-range bombs.
Hurricanes up by 6. Inside of 5.5 minutes. Stanley holding the ball like a running back. Goes behind the back. Kicks it. Smith. Low pass by Stanley for the 5th turnover.
Stanley's built like a running back in all fairness.
Anderson gets the pass ahead and a late whistle. And that's Isaiah Smith with the foul. 3-point opportunity coming up for McAllister Anderson out of Lincoln, North Carolina. 6'5" freshman.
Yeah, Yeti's throwing some bodies at him right now. Anderson, in terms of the scoring output per game, he's the low man on the totem pole, only averaging 2 points a game. He just hit his average.
Unseen bodies always turn out to be a problem for a team. We've seen that a couple times this year. Nehemiah with the screen. Majette for 3, straight away, too hard. Isaiah Smith chasing down a rebound, couldn't control it. Here comes Miles Beard. And gets away with it gets right around Donovan Majette. And Beard with 9 points off the bench. Got a 2-point game. Hurricanes way. 7-0 run by the Yetis. Nehemiah back out. 10 on the shot clock. Smith steps in. 3, flushes it home. And the Hurricanes stay hot from deep. And that's Isaiah Smith. 2nd 3 in the first half.
5 threes on the first half for the Hurricanes, too. They're knocking them down at a high clip.
And Anderson, right there, Craig, you said last time down he hit his average. He's a little bit above his average now.
He is. He's hit 3 times of it. Again, he averages 1.8 points a game, and he's come in and knocked down his first 2 attempts.
4-point game. 3:25 left first half. And we have a foul. They'll give it to Anderson as he's grabbed the jersey of Nehemiah McDonald. We got a timeout from Louisburg. Next up, for the Hurricanes, we'll be back on air Monday night. You're welcome into Southwest Virginia. Flying Eagles for the women. The men will be at Catawba Valley. Try to climb out of the basement here with an 8-11 record. If they get the final 3 wins, they'll be at 500. Coach Bagwell can't ask for a better finish to the season going into Region 10 play after falling 4 games under 500 with just 4 games to go.
Yeah, I mean, they'll finish in the bottom half of Region 10. It's not where he wants them to be, but again, at 500 is better than absolutely not being there. So again, they got to get this one today first before you can defeat Catawba Valley on Monday. You don't want to lose this game twice by letting the last game linger and also by thinking ahead to an opponent you haven't seen yet.
All you got to do is who gets hot in March. That's all it takes. Get hot at the right time. 3:19 left from the Roger G. Taylor Arena. We're going to step aside. If you're looking to support the Hurricanes, go ahead and get your phones out, get your tablets out, get your watches out. Go ahead and scan this QR code. 2-point game. Yetis on a 7-0 run for against the Hurricanes. 3:19 left. Petey Norris, Craig Green inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Men's Region 10 basketball. Next to the final game of the season for the Hurricanes inside the Hurricanes' den. Isaiah Smith taking him, splashing through the defense, and Isaiah Smith with 10-point right there. 2 field goals and 2 threes.
It's a good start for guys like McDonald and Smith, again, who kind of started slowly last game. To see them both in double figures at this point of the game, really good thing here for the Hurricanes.
Flowers goes to Beard. 3 is an air ball. Hodges with a flat-footed rebound.
Yeah, he's working on 2 straight double-doubles, Christian Hodges. 20 and 10 rebounds. Plus.
Majette. High post to Smith, and he's pushed from behind by Mills.
Again, the mismatch for the Hurricanes in their favor is when they're down there in that low block, especially when you don't have some of the size in the game. And now that I say that, here comes Roundtree back into the game to provide that size and length. And then also, you know, McAllister's 6'5", kind of a long player, but I think he can be had underneath.
Roundtree picks up Nehemiah right on the inbound. Stopping and trying to pop for 17, and Kristen Hodges runs a little bit west of the ball coming down. Flowers trying to shake and bait, get off, pulls up 3 and flushes it home. Flowers with his third 3 with 11 points tonight.
You can't let a guy like Flowers start to get confident from long range.
1-point game. Hurricanes 38-37. Isaiah Smith splits the defender, in help, needs help. Loses the ball, pulls up, couldn't connect. Rebound for Roundtree.
Active hands that time by the Yetis, able to slap the ball out of the hands of Smith and then make him take a tough shot.
8-0 run for the Yetis as Flowers splits the defenders. Let's say Torrey Brown with the foul for the Hurricanes.
It's only the 3rd by my count, so again, side out, good defense in this first half by Louisburg. Again, for them to not even be sniffing the 1-and-1.
1:33 left. As Coach Ray Hartsfield said, need to play clean defense and need to play defense. Don't need to get ourselves in foul trouble. With just 3 fouls, Adair puts up the 3 after sidestepping from Majette's block. Hodges clears out a big rebound for the Hurricanes. 1:13 left. Hurricanes do not need to rush a shot here, get the best opportunity. And nice take as Adair puts an elbow on Nehemiah, but taking it straight to the cup.
I mean, Brown has taken advantage of that baseline. He's able to skate by some Yeti defenders, and second time he's come to this near side baseline and able to finish.
Hurricanes stop the bleeding. Flowers double team. Out to Anderson, lobs it in, and it was deflected by Majette. Staying with it was Roundtree.
The Hurricanes were all over it, just a hair away from deflecting and stealing the ball, but you know, that's how it bounces sometimes. Should be the last shot of the first half, no?
Yes, shot clock and game clock's about a few milliseconds difference. Hurricanes will run it down with 14 on the game clock. Smith knocks. Hodges driving, overshoots the rim, and that takes us to halftime. Hurricanes up 40-39 with Kristen Hodges with a big goose egg in the scoring column, who's looking for his masterful mind double-double, but leading away with the Hurricanes. Isaiah Smith and Nehemiah McDonough both with 10. Brown with 7, Majette with 6, Barnes with 3, Harris with 2 for the Hurricanes. Take a look at the Yetis, led by Flowers with 11. He's got 3 threes tonight, Craig. Miles Beard coming off the bench with 9. Adair with 1 3. He's got 5. Anderson averages right at 2 points per game, has 5 also, and Jabari Smith with 2.
Yeah, it's been, for the Yetis again. Flowers, one of their catalysts. Again, Miles Beard, another guy. But on the other side again, looking at the Hurricanes, and I like what I see so far. Again, some of your big dogs, Smith and McDonald, already, and Majette already being involved offensively. They did a really good job defensively, not fouling and staying out of trouble. I mean, Majette 1 foul, Nehemiah has 0 in this first half. That's huge for Brian Bagwell and his side. So, say the Hurricanes can keep it up here after the break. I mean, a 1-point lead going into the locker room, can't ask for much more than that.
Like you said, just 3 fouls called on the Hurricanes. One of those is Isaiah Smith. The other was Torrey Brown and Donovan Majette with 1. Unofficially so far, the Hurricanes with 3 team fouls, and that's right where we need to be in this 1-point win, 1-point lead over the Yetis from Cleveland Community College. We'll return at 13:35 with the second half. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media. Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Marina. We're about to get the second half underway. PD Doors, Craig Green here. Hurricanes lead by 1 over the Yetis, 40-39. But Craig, I looked at my watch when we took a break. 20 minutes of basketball took only 30 minutes of real life.
Well, that's because the efficiency of both teams, the referees letting them play it out. I mean, we saw some quality basketball in this first half, and hopefully we see the same thing here. You know, sometimes the game tends to get policed a little harder in the second half, especially when it's close. Whistles tend to slow the game down. Let's see if both these teams can keep up the same type of discipline, quality, and approach they had to the first half.
Through the first 20 minutes, we had 0 ties, 5 lead changes. Biggest lead for the Hurricanes were 9. Biggest lead for the Yetis, 6. Hurricanes led by 9, 33-24 before the Yetis closed out the final 6 minutes on a 15-7 run against the Hurricanes. Yetis popped out to a 6-0 lead, and then at one point they led 8-2. Hurricanes tracked it back, took the first lead at 12-11, and we're on our way with the Hurricanes with the ball.
In order for the Hurricanes to close this thing out, again, keep discipline like you had in the first half with the foul trouble, not too many turnovers. Again, knocking down some perimeter shots early and often won't hurt yourself either.
Mismatch down low, and they give it to Smith. He'll turn around and cannot connect. Flowers with the rebound for the Yetis.
Good look that time by Smith and just could not convert.
Flat dribbling off his foot with Smith. Whistle didn't call. They call a jump ball. Stays right with the Yetis.
And that's fortunate for Cleveland because Hodges was the first guy down on the floor, as he usually is. I mean, he's, you know, a premier hustler on this team. I mean, he goes after every loose ball. I mean, he has endless energy.
Flowers led the way at the break for the Yetis with 11. The Yetis will have the ball. 19:33 left in the second half, down by 1.
And Flowers, PD, out of that 11, he had 2 straight three-pointers to get there.
Adair guarded by Majette. Goes around the screen, rifles one to Flowers. Will go in the baseline to Smith. He'll curl around and kiss off the window for 2.
Yeah, Jamari Smith with another good move that time and able to get himself around a couple of Hurricane defenders and finish. And, you know, just like that, Hurricanes' 9-point advantage has disappeared. Just kidding.
Right there until Majette. Donovan Majette with his second 3. Had 1 in the first half. No, correction, that's his first 3. Morales' shots blocked, stays with it and gets 2.
Yeah, Roundtree up there and gets another offensive board. He's, again, another guy who's active down low. I mean, not huge in terms of his mass, but, again, he's tall and long, and he definitely presents a problem. Speaking of a problem, PD, Donovan Majette, 2 straight baskets for the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes lead 45-43. Correction, that was Roundtree on that last bucket for the Yetis. Flowers in trouble, back out to Smith. Flowers on the left wing, misses the 3. 2 Hurricanes fighting over the rebound. We'll give it to Kristen Hodges.
Jump ball, that time possession belongs to Isaiah Smith.
Hurricanes looking to extend the lead. Brown drives. High kiss off the window. Nehemiah McDonald there to clean it up for his 12th point.
But you see Torrey Brown going to that baseline once again, and he nearly finished. But luckily for him, he had a friend helping out in Nehemiah McDonald.
Smith in trouble. Flowers looking to get some separation. Drives, kicks it. Adair wide open. Could not connect. Hodges pulls down the board.
If there's anybody you can leave wide open on the perimeter for the Yetis, it is not Jacob Adair, but they got lucky, dodged the bullet that time.
Nehemiah, big step on Roundtree and puts up one for nearly the arc. And Nehemiah with 14 points.
Yeah, he's playing really confident today.
There, driving, drops it off to Morales. He misses, stays with it. Back again. Gets a window kiss for his third opportunity, and Morales is on the board with his first bucket.
Yeah, he had to earn it that time. I mean, Hodges was all up in his business and, you know, made him work hard, and Morales got those 2 on the board. I'm getting 3 chances for the Yetis. You can't let that happen if you're Louisburg.
Smith kicks it to Majette. He wants that long 3, and he doesn't quite get it, but a big rebound down low, and Nehemiah is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think the hesitation on the 3-point shot is what led to the miss that time. I think if Majette would have just went right up with it, I think it was good to go.
Took that double hesitation there, Craig, and you know he's wondering if he should or shouldn't. He was tripling there with Steph Curry's 3-point range. Nehemiah with 15 points for the Hurricanes. Him and Majette tag teaming in the second half. And Roundtree will exit with 7. Hurricanes will sub in Stanley for Torrey Brown.
Hurricanes do it with a multitude of different guys. I mean, you know, Hodges has been the strongest player the last couple of games for Louisburg. Today he's sitting on 2 points. But the Hurricanes still, with that being considered, have a 6-point lead thanks to the efforts of Majette and McDonald.
That was the Hurricanes' first chance from the free throw line, but on the baseline, Jamari Smith picks up his 4th point for the Yetis.
Back and forth they go. You know, you said it earlier, the largest lead for Cleveland, 6. Biggest lead for the Hurricanes has been 9. And right now they're testing it here.
Flowers gets the feed for Smith. And Flowers with his first points of the second half, the game high, 13 for the Yetis.
Got to avoid a lull here if you're the Hurricanes. You need to stay consistent. Don't let the Yetis climb back into this game, taking advantage of your mistakes.
Smith pulls up 3, and Kristen Hodges, not enough hops to get it, but Smith goes up and converts. Smith with 6 points, 4 in the second half. Yetis tied up for our 8th tie tonight.
Yeah, Bagwell's going to let him play through it. I thought he might call a timeout there.
Coming up on the media timeout, next dead ball.
But, I mean, that time around, I mean, you just saw Smith blow right past Hodges.
Hodges up and under. Picks up 2 in his first bucket tonight. If he gets hot, I'd feel bad for the Yetis.
Yeah, Hodges, again, you know, not been his best offensive output. He's done all the other little things right here, chasing down loose balls, rebounding, hustling. You know, the scoring output has been, again, Majette and Nehemiah McDonald, but here comes Christian Hodges.
Christian Hodges with 2 points, Majette with 11. Nehemiah McDonald makes both free throws for the Hurricanes. And the only attempt the Yetis attempted in the first half, they attempted 3 free throws. One of those was an and one by Anderson, followed up by Roundtree, went 1 for 1. Roundtree gets the first bucket for the Yetis to start the half. He's got 7. It's been Jamari Smith so far. Leads away with 4 in the second half for the Yetis. Down by 2 with 15:05 left. Hurricanes' next game will be at Quattaba Valley on Monday. But our next game here inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena is Monday, February 23rd, as the Lady Hurricanes match up with the Flying Eagles right here at 5 o'clock. If you're just in Louisburg or in the surrounding areas. This team right here, coached by Coach Gaskins, is pretty dynamite. Only 3 losses, 2 of those coming in Region 10. Lady Hurricanes on the season, looking for a #1 seed going into the tournament. It has Bryan and Stratton a game and a half ahead of them. The Hurricanes need to sweep. Bryan and Stratton has Cleveland and the Hurricanes still left on the season.
You talk about the Lady Hurricanes, 20-3 on the year. And again, tell you what, in February, PD, they have been unstoppable in this month of February. 7 straight in February, 8 straight overall, and 9 out of the last 10. Matter of fact, they have, ever since the month of January, they have only lost once. They are, by my count, 15-1 since the start of 2026.
Kristen Hodges converts for a three-point play. Hurricanes lead 54-51. Flowers gives it up to Beard. Cameron Barnes is on Beard. Got a size advantage. No kickball. What was that for?
Hit off the knee that time of not of Roundtree, off the knee of Flowers.
Flowers side steps on Brown, puts up the three. And it's Hurricanes ball.
Well, a couple of fouls could have been called that time around.
Beard.
Flowers wanted a foul on the contact, but tell you what, Beard was, I mean, he had a complete, he was, look like he was taking Cam Barnes on a date as his escort. He was holding his arm and everything. The only thing was missing was the corset.
Smith over to Brown. Brown looking inside. Majette coming in the high post. Hodges squaring up to the bucket, puts it on the floor. Fighting, goes up, and Hodges is fouled. And Kristen Hodges will go to the line to shoot two.
And just the strength that time. I mean, they're going to give the foul to Anderson, but I tell you what, Smith was all up in the business. But the strength of Hodges, really to snatch the basketball away and avoid that jump ball situation. He does a lot of the little things right. Hodges, to me, a complete player for Brian Bagwell.
I like to see Hodges on the football field. I'm sure he's an athlete, Craig.
He absolutely is.
He's got a body of a nice running back. He's got quick feet, and he's got upper power. You saw it. He snatched the ball right out of his man's hands. And with 5 points in the second half for the Hurricanes, they extend the lead by 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, that redshirt sophomore has been a godsend. He's hung around here, and he's paying dividends here in his third season in Louisburg.
He's played through injury, started a season off injured for the Hurricanes. Beard gets it on the baseline with 11. Smith kicks it. Flowers puts it on the floor, leans over, drawing a foul on Torrey Brown. That should be his second unofficial foul.
I didn't really mind the defense there either, and I don't know.
Lead offensive player, to me it looked like he leaned into him. Flowers didn't like the opportunity, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. Gets a shooter's roll. Flowers with 13 points tonight for the Yetis. First trip to the line. Zadare back in the game. Small ball here. Making both as Flowers. Brown in the backcourt, guarded tightly by McDowell. McDowell with a tenacious defense for the Yetis. Cameron Barnes guarded by O'Dare. Puts it on the floor with 17 on the shot clock. Smith on the mismatch as he's backing down Flowers. Out to Majette. Three. Pop, pop. Majette in the second half with 8 points for the Hurricanes.
And staying hot again, Majette 14 on the game. McDonald 16. Isaiah Smith with 10. These are the guys you used to seeing put up the scoring for the Hurricanes. They're doing it today.
Morales. Foul's going to be on Hodges. Flowers comes into McDowell. Trying to shake and bake off Smith. Flowers for three from the corner, in and out. Hurricanes looking to extend the lead. They can tie the game high with a three. Isaiah Smith, baseline was Majette, and strip was Isaiah Smith.
Whole lot of contact there.
Beard, off the wing, nails the three. Donovan Majette didn't put a hand in his face.
A tough no call on the other side that time as Smith went up. Took a whole lot of body. I think Hurricanes there tried to weather the storm, but again, that triple by Beard, you don't want that to result. You don't want that to snowball on you, no pun intended.
Smith looking to answer back. Adair with the rebound, boxing out Hodges. And we got a technical foul. It's Coach Bagwell. Coach Bagwell gets the technical foul.
And he is upset.
I mean, he has all right to be. Isaiah Smith drives to the hole and nearly gets clotheslined from behind. You don't call a foul. Down here at the other end, you got a touch foul and it gets called.
It's been a theme really. I mean, even against Bryan and Stratton, we saw the physicality that was allowed by the Bobcats against the Hurricanes was not reciprocated on the opposite end.
15 points for Flowers, and he's 4 for 4 from the line.
And Bagwell blew his top a little bit, but again, kind of hard to blame him there. I understand the frustration, absolutely. Well, let's see if his team can channel that into some positive energy here. Keep this 1-point lead, build on it, and take the W home.
Got 7 lead changes so far. Make it 8.
Yeah,
9-3 run by the Yetis.
Flowers walked right in and laid it up.
Stanley is fouled by Cameron McDowell, the freshman out of Shelby, North Carolina, Crest High School. We got a media timeout, 11:50 left. Yetis regain control of the game, 60-59 over the Hurricanes. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we're committed to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages in a warm, welcoming environment. From preventive cleanings to advanced restorative and cosmetic treatments, our experienced team is here to help you achieve a healthy, confident smile. We combine state-of-the-art technology with a personalized approach, ensuring your comfort and care come first. Visit cardinalfamilydentistry.com today.
Discover the joy of handcrafted perfection at Lumpy's Ice Cream. Each scoop is made with the finest, freshest ingredients, bringing you flavors that are bold, rich, and unforgettable. From classic favorites to unique creations, every bite is a celebration of quality and care. Whether you're treating yourself or creating memories with loved ones, Lumpy's is where smiles are made. Order your favorite flavors today at lumpysicecream.square.site and experience ice cream the way it should be.
Louisburg College Athletics depends on fans like you to keep these broadcasts free and accessible. Your donation helps us support student athletes and continue streaming every game for the entire Hurricanes community. Scan the QR code on your screen to give today, and thank you for keeping Hurricane sports free for everyone.
9-0 run by the Yetis. Regain the lead 60-59 with 11:50 left. Hurricanes will have the ball. Cameron Barnes will come into play right in front of the team's bench. Hands it off right to his teammate, Torrey Brown. Midget, mid-range, in and out. Chasing down the rebound, the Yetis. Flowers looking to sprint down the court. Drops to a lower gear, pulls up. Makes a noise before the ball counted.
Well, that was the Yetis bench there. Thought they were watching the N1 mixtape.
Brown flashing through the paint was McDonald. Cameron Barnes. And we got a hold on Adair. Adair getting beat a lot tonight. He's got 3 fouls so far. Only about 16 minutes of action, if that.
Got a score for you here out of Catawba Valley, PD. The Red Hawks right now all over. They are currently, putting the wood right now to Pitt Community College. They are up on the Bulldogs by a score of 65-35 in the second half.
30-point advantage. Pitt's face one of the teams that's really faced a lot of injuries this year. Only dressed 6 players. We saw that last night. Look at Brown taking it to the hole and using the window with his left hand.
First points of the second half for Torrey Brown. Again, he had an impressive first half. He looked quick, he looked decisive, he looked confident. He looks that way again here in the second half.
McDowell driving, putting the ball hard on the court.
You got numbers, hurry up.
Midget pulls up 3, no. Nehemiah's pushed from behind, couldn't get a call. He was pushed by Morales on the rebound. Yetis moved the ball, flat-footed three, and you can count it for Beard. That's his third three, right behind Flowers, 15 off the bench.
2 straight triples for Beard, and he's looking confident, but again, the ball movement led to that, and Hurricanes gambling, leaving shooters open, and the Yetis making them pay for it.
Nice move by Smith, couldn't connect on the up and under.
Hurricanes got to get back here defensively. Don't want to press too much here in the backcourt.
Inside of 10 minutes.
Oh.
Nehemiah steals it right from Smith, lays it up for his 18th point tonight.
Great defense by McDonald, too, able to avoid the foul call as he slapped and swiped away at it.
And another turnover. Ahead to Brown, and he'll drop it off to Isaiah Smith, who's pushed in the face and still connects.
You got to play through it. These are legitimate fouls that aren't being called. I agree with you on that. Just got to keep playing through it. The referees aren't going to save you at this point.
Isaiah Smith with 12 points. This is his first bucket of the second half. And Nehemiah gets a hold on the Flowers. James Harris at the table to check back in. And here in the second half, Adair checks in for Smith.
A good run that time by Isaiah. Just 2 points here so far in the second half, but I think Bagwell's going to try to preserve some of his energy, bring him back in here with the last 5 or 4 minutes or so left in this ball game. Try to close this thing out.
Beard over to Adair, guarded by Majette. Sets the screen and mismatch, and taking Nehemiah to the hole, but high kiss off the window, and Nehemiah pulls down the rebound.
Scoring near the rim has been tough for the Yetis. Good job by the Hurricanes defensively.
Brown holds at quarter court over to Majette. 3 coming up, short. Nothing but Yetis down low, fighting for it. It's Flowers along with Morales.
Bagwell encouraging his team.
The Hurricanes get the turnover.
Another steal by Nehemiah.
3 turnovers for the Yetis in the last 5 possessions.
And Nehemiah's been on his game today. You got to feed Big 24. He wants it. Here he comes.
And we have a foul by Morales.
We talked about the whistle in the first half, PD. It's slowing the game down a little bit here in the second half. And you had the technical foul on Coach Bagwell, and now, again, referees are tightening up the whistle here on the contact and the physicality, somewhat, that is.
Cameron Barnes will exit. Kristen Hodges, the linebacker, checking back in. And Mills checks back in. You see Coach Bagwell trying to get the bigs down low. You see Kristen Hodges. You'll have Donovan Majette down low.
Yeah, Majette is
playing the 4.
Yeah,
he 3.
Right, he can play stretch 4, stretch 5, make all kinds of mismatches for the Yetis defensively.
James Harris, side steps, couldn't connect. Kristen Hodges fighting and coming out with a rebound. The Yetis, Roundtree just had a little bit more vertical on Kristen Hodges. Beard wants that 3. Nehemiah steps up on defense. We got a push. Say fouls on Nehemiah. No, correction, they give it on Kristen Hodges.
Yeah, Chris did push him a little bit there, extended the arm a little bit, and that's where the foul call was called. Good job by, I would say, good call by Crawford.
65-63, don't change your channel. Keep the remote right in your hand. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media.
Welcome to Hilton North Raleigh Midtown, where comfort meets convenience. Located just minutes from downtown Raleigh, our hotel offers a perfect blend of style, sophistication, and southern hospitality. Relax in our modern guest rooms, indulge in exceptional dining, or host your next event in our versatile meeting spaces. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our amenities and attentive service ensure a seamless stay. Book your stay today at hilton.com/North Raleigh Midtown and experience the best of Raleigh in style.
At Empire Eats Catering, we turn your events into unforgettable experiences. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we deliver expertly crafted menus that impress and delight. Our culinary team brings passion and precision to every dish, combining fresh ingredients with bold flavors to match your unique vision. Whether it's a corporate event, wedding, or special occasion, Empire Eats Catering is your partner in creating exceptional moments. Visit empireeatscatering.com today to start planning your next event with us.
Yetis with the ball coming out of the timeout. Hurricanes come out with James Harris, Torrey Brown, Kristen Hodges, Donovan Majette, Nehemiah McDonald. Up by 2, Yetis with the ball. Adair stepped on the sideline, official warning and paying attention to his feet. Stepping in along deuce for Mills counts.
Yeah, Martiste Mills comes in and knocks down his first shot that time, and right back to where we started, PD, level.
Nehemiah off the elbow.
Just kidding.
Just tied for just a moment.
Hey, that's the reverse announcer's jinx.
Great defense, Nehemiah McDonald on Anderson. Beard gets a screen, goes over to Adair. Driving, spinning in the paint, ball's knocked loose. Yeti stay with it. Beard wide open 3. Cannot stop the man. That's 3 straight threes. Leads away with 18 points. Off of the bench. 9 in the first, 9 in the second. 4 threes for Beard. Answered back. Arching threes off the backboard and coming down with it. The Yetis gain control. Got a 1-point lead.
Keep switching players out now. The Yetis trying to go a little more size here with the combination of Anderson and Roundtree playing at the 2 forward positions here. Hurricanes still trying to match size for size a little bit there with McDonald, Hodges, and Majette.
Flowers misses the 3. Coming down with a big rebound was Kristen Hodges.
I mean, yeah, I know Hodges is listed at 6'3", but he plays a lot bigger. Again, he plays more like a guy who's 6'6", 6'7".
Majette holds with the ball over his head. Kristen Hodges pushed from behind, but James Harris couldn't get the ball to him, and Harris will exit, leaving with the turnover.
Here's your Hurricanes, most likely could be their best lineup right now, and I think this could be the squad to finish the ball game off.
Flowers double teamed, popping out as Adair to the corner. Smith taking a baseline and picking up 2 more.
Yeah, McDonald trying to be careful not to compound the issue and, foul him on the way to the basket, so I can understand why he let him go.
Hurricanes down by 3. Majette hands it off to Brown, stopping 17 feet, rattles and falls through.
Torrey Brown has stepped up big today on the offensive side, PD. 11 points for Brown.
Adair straight to the cup, gets around Donovan Majette, and Adair with his first bucket since early part of the first half.
Still in a pretty decent spot if you're the Hurricanes. You're not in really any real foul trouble. You're only 1 possession down here at home. You've got the basketball in your hands. You've been rebounding fairly well today. You've been shooting the ball well. Just got to continue to do that here and get a couple of stops along the way.
Isaiah Smith with 5, pulls up for 17, and coming out with it, Beard with numbers. Drops off Beard, shots blocked from behind. And
Yeah.
Ford.
It's goaltending, yeah. McDonald was a little late. Happened so fast, I missed the Hurricane. Missed the Yeti who got the basket.
Beard with 20 points tonight.
Yeah, McDonald was about a split, let's say about a split second too late. Definitely a bang-bang play, but, Beard beat him to the spot. McDonald just a half a second behind.
Hurricanes down by 5, 4:33 left.
Can't have any more turnovers here.
Nice ball movement off the ball by Donovan Majette. And the redshirt sophomore Christian Hodges finds him for the assist.
Fantastic move, fantastic pass, great finish. Hurricanes need to build on it. This is the part of the game where you got to make the Yetis take bad shots. Good
Nice
defense that by Brown. Yeah.
Brown stripped Flowers as he went up. Flowers with just one field goal here in the second half. He made 4 free throws. Adair comes off the back of an air ball.
Yeah, really crafty that time by the Yetis. Just threw it in literally off the backside of Donovan Majette.
Morales gets his 4th point in the second half off the air ball. Nehemiah driving. And he's fouled by Morales. Say it's Morales or, yes, give it to Morales. 3:37 left. Second half, Hurricanes down by 5. Donovan Majette, correction, Nehemiah McDonald going to the line after the timeout. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media.
At Empire Eats Catering, we turn your events into unforgettable experiences. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we deliver expertly crafted menus that impress and delight. Our culinary team brings passion and precision to every dish, combining fresh ingredients with bold flavors to match your unique vision. Whether it's a corporate event, wedding, or special occasion, Empire Eats Catering is your partner in creating exceptional moments. Visit EmpireEatsCatering.com today to start planning your next event with us.
3:37 left. Hurricanes down by 5. Being outscored here in the second half by 36 points. 36 points in the second half. No, 37 for Cleveland, and the Hurricanes just 31.
Yeah, that 1-point lead for Louisburg has turned into a 5-point deficit, and they still got time. They've got free throws coming here by Nehemiah, but you have got to make these here. These are critical free throws. You don't want to have to shorten the game even more by missing these freebies.
Hurricanes are 5 for 5 from the line tonight. Nehemiah is 2 for 2. Here it hits the base plate. Nehemiah with 19 points in tonight's action. Yetis 5 for 6 from the line. Only miss was Roundtree's first attempt. Flowers perfect from the line.
Huge free throws by McDonald right now. Now you need a stop here. Nothing silly here. No silly fouls.
Kirsten Hodges, great defense. And coming out with the ball, James Harris. No, correction, that was Torrey Brown. And it's Yeti's ball.
Yeah, good defense. Got to give it up to Smith there. He made things tough on Torrey, and Torrey, I think, stepped on the baseline. Or stepped on the sideline, that is.
3-point advantage Yeti's way. Adair with the ball. Smith, guarded by Smith. Goes baseline, Clapson, and Adair for 3.
Once again, gambling and leaving shooters open, and they're making you pay for it.
6-point lead, Yetis.
They've made you pay pretty much every time from the perimeter.
Hodges, up and under, high kiss off the window. We got a timeout, Coach Bagwell. Trailing by 4. Could be by 1 if they would have stopped that three by Adair with 5 points in the first, 5 in the second. 2 threes tonight for Adair, but Beard leads away with 20, followed by Flowers with 16, Adair with 10, Smith with 8, Roundtree with 7, Morales with 4, and Mills with 2 for the Yetis. For the Hurricanes, it's been a McDonald's show, 10 in the first half, 10 in the second. Got a dub there. Donovan Majette with 16, followed by Isaiah Smith 12. Christian Hodges 5 points contributing in the second half. And Brown with 11. Hodges with 7 now after that made field goal. Brown with 11. Cameron Barnes with a 3. James Harris with a 2. 2:36 left. We'll be next on air on Monday as the Flying Eagles from Southwest Virginia will be in the 4th game for 4th day in a row. They started off with Cape Fear yesterday and lost that game. Went over to Brunswick today and pretty much got another L. They go to Richard Bland tomorrow. And then they're back here inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Gets the the hot-seated Lady Hurricanes. We'll have it right here on Louisburg Sports Network. Four-point game. Hurricanes set up in a full-court press against the Yetis with 2:36 left. Adair gets it.
Brown all over Adair on that and making it very difficult for him. And I like the defense here by Brian Bagwell. No one on the inbound. You have 5-on-4 here trying to steal this ball away. Who's playing safety is the question. Looks like maybe it's Brown here again.
Brown or Cameron Barnes. Need to watch. They get it inbound to Smith. Smith guarded by Isaiah Smith. Morales holds the ball. We go over to Smith, and we got to travel.
There's a stop you needed. Now, what can you do here? 2:22 on the clock.
Barnes out, Majette back in the game.
Yeah, this is going to be the squad here that finishes this game off and either brings us thing home, losing it, or are we going to play some extra basketball? That's also another factor that we could see.
Hodge over to Smith. Cutting through the paint was Nehemiah. Hodges for a long 3. And Torrey Brown, man, right there, and could not get the finish, but had the opportunity for a 3-point play. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Torrey Brown, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. He's attempted 30 free throws prior to today's matchup. There's only 11 points. 7 of those come in the first half, make it 12. Hurricanes perfect from the line tonight.
You've got to knock this next one down.
One possession game.
And again, see the Hurricanes with this tight defense. Now they're guarding the inbounds with Nehemiah with his length there, trying to make things difficult on Flowers. And Nehemiah's still got 4 fouls to play with here in the final 2 minutes. He's in an excellent job today playing defensively and staying out of trouble.
Beard over to Flowers. Everybody running the baseline and popping out for the Yetis. 12 on the shot clock. They've got 8 with Flowers. Driving, he pushes off in the paint and a baby hook by Morales. Just 6 points for Morales, and that come in the second half.
None bigger than that basket right now with under 90 seconds left. Hurricanes got to score here.
81-77.
2 or 3 doesn't really matter. You got to put the ball in the hoop.
And Hodges turns it over.
He had Brown wide open, but he couldn't see him based on the way the defense was pivoting him, and that is a critical turnover.
Here Coach Bagwell on the sideline. Full court press, let's go. They get in into Flowers. Flowers gets away from the double team. We got a timeout. Yetis. So we got a 4-point game with 62 ticks left.
And looking over here in Catawba Valley, it's all Redhawks right now. They are, again, as they say in the streets, beating the brakes off of Pitt Community College. It is 89-51, 8:50 left in the second half. Again, Catawba Valley will host the Hurricanes on Monday after the Hurricanes complete this game here today. 4 points shy, 62 seconds left, Petey, and it ain't over yet, but I tell you what, that turnover by Hodges, that really hurt.
I hear Whitney Houston humming in the background, 81-77. Got a 40-point game in Catawba Valley Redhawks. Like you said, beating the brakes in the street. I hear the grinding of the rotors and the pads.
Yeah, again, you talked about the injury problems for Pitt Community College. I mean, the Bulldogs have battled adversity all season long. I think only the team that may have battled as much adversity as them is possibly Johnston Community College. But, you know, with the Bulldogs, injuries really hurting them. We'll see what they can do coming into 2026 next season.
1 minute left. Flowers gets it. Straight to the cup. Reverse layup, and you can count it.
What a move by Flowers. He saved one of his best moves for last. Now the Hurricanes need a basket here. You got to get a three, I think, at this point. Wow.
And a strip. He dribbled right into the defense as Smith takes it right from his hand. And we got a foul.
Yeah, you got it at this point.
Isaiah Smith trying to do too much. Like you said, Craig, the Hurricanes.
Yeah, they had it. I mean, you were down by 2. You know, that one layup goes in, the layup by Flowers. Then it gets compounded with the turnover. Then you give up 2 more points, and now you have to play the foul game here.
32 ticks left. 6-point game.
Again, another side out here. So again, the Hurricanes have done a fantastic job here. They've slowed the game down and given themselves a chance to get a steal without giving up points. Got a foul again. I believe they're in the 1-and-1 now. There it is. Yep, 1-and-1. Foul on Hodges.
Morales.
And Hodges has 4 now, Petey. He's got to be careful.
64% free throw shooter out of Lincoln Charter in Queens, New York. With 30.5 seconds left. Makes the first, the 1-and-1.
That one's a heartbreaker.
Yetis has missed 2 free throws tonight.
You got to go. Got to be quick.
Majette, long 3, nothing but nylon.
Needed it, got it. Still down by 5. Got a foul when they inbounded.
85-80, 20 ticks left. Got a 30-second timeout. We seen a similar game about a week ago, Craig, the Lady Hurricanes against Cleveland.
Yep, and they were able to walk that thing down and, you know, make one of the best shots we've seen in all season long in the entire conference. You know, Corey White from the corner, I can still see it, you know, like it was yesterday, even though it was last Saturday. But I can still see it like it just happened. And again, can the Hurricanes, you know, muster up that kind of magic? Possibly. They're actually on that same side of the court, but it's going to start here with forcing a turnover. You have to get a turnover here on the inbounds. The Yetis have to go the entire 94 feet. They don't need to score anymore, really. All they need to do is get the clock to run out. It's your job as a Hurricane to force a turnover, keep this game going.
Nearly the same score. The Yetis had 79. The Hurricanes had 78 in that game, and the Yetis get it in play. Dribbles right off his foot, and there's the stop. Great defense by Isaiah Smith to go off of the leg of Jamari Smith.
Now, remember how they closed the game out against Bryan and Stratton, forcing, like 3 straight turnovers in the last couple of seconds? Can the Hurricanes replicate that now when the game really matters?
Kristen Hodges gets the inbound over to Smith.
Got to hurry up.
Smith driving, looking for a foul, doesn't get a call. Beard with a rebound.
Brown, again, wide open in the corner for 3. Didn't see him. I mean, he was wide open, Petey.
Isaiah Smith just wanted to take it to the hole himself, trying to draw an old-fashioned and one. 2-point percentage is a whole lot higher than beyond the arc. But hey, take the best opportunity, and he had a strong brick to pave. Down by 5, Beard looking for his first free throw attempt and makes the first. 21 points for the sophomore out of Moravian Prep. Misses the second. Brown misses the layup, and that's how the game will end. The Hurricanes defeat the Yetis. The Hurricanes fall to the Yetis, 86-80. We're going to step aside and come right back here with stats, facts, and figures of today's matchup. You're listening to Hurricanes Basketball on Hurricane Sports Network.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we're committed to providing exceptional dental care for patients of all ages in a warm, welcoming environment. From preventive cleanings to advanced restorative and cosmetic treatments, our experienced team is here to help you achieve a healthy, confident smile. We combine state-of-the-art technology with a personalized approach, ensuring your comfort and care come first. Visit CardinalFamilyDentistry.com today.
Welcome to Hilton North Raleigh Midtown, where comfort meets convenience. Located just minutes from downtown Raleigh, our hotel offers a perfect blend of style, sophistication, and southern hospitality. Relax in our modern guest rooms, indulge in exceptional dining, or host your next event in our versatile meeting spaces. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our amenities and attentive service ensure a seamless stay. Book your stay today at hilton.com/North Raleigh Midtown and experience the best of Raleigh in style.
At Empire Eats Catering, we turn your events into unforgettable experiences. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we deliver expertly crafted menus that impress and delight. Our culinary team brings passion and precision to every dish, combining fresh ingredients with bold flavors to match your unique vision. Whether it's a corporate event, wedding, or special occasion, Empire Eats Catering is your partner in creating exceptional moments. Visit EmpireEatsCatering.com today to start planning your next event with us.
86-80 inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. The Hurricanes fall to 12-14 on the year, 7-7 at home against the Yetis, 8-12 in Region 10 play. But Craig, we had 3 ties, 13 lead changes. Hurricanes' biggest lead was 9. Yetis' biggest lead was 10. Hurricanes go perfect from the line, 9 for 9. Yetis shot 8 from 11 from the free throw line. And Beard led the way for the Yetis. Beard ended up with 21 points. He had 13 of those in the second half.
Yeah, Beard was a major player for the Yetis as this game went on. Again, got stronger as the contest continued, as well as Flowers. You know, Flowers with 10 points after the first half buzzer as well. I think the Hurricanes, again, you know, they hung tough, but just critical mistakes. I think that's what cost them the game. I go back to that turnover by Hodges when you're down by 2 with about 1:10 to go. And that was that wasn't the end of the game there, but it made things much, much more difficult. You couldn't get the stops you needed, really, to get yourself a chance. You know, a couple of three-pointers where, you know, there was a couple chances where Torrey Brown was open in the corner for 3, especially on that Hodges turnover. And then, once again, on one of the final attempts by the Hurricanes, when I believe Smith missed a shot or Smith went to the basket, and couldn't finish. And that's, just kind of how the cookie crumbles. Again, Hurricanes not going to be able to get to 500 in Region 10 play, PD, but they can finish the season strong in the final 2 games, one in Catawba Valley and then right back here sophomore night next week. But for the Hurricanes, when you look at their scoring output for today, leading scorers for the Hurricanes, Nehemiah McDonald, 22 points unofficially today. He had 12 in the second half. He kept the Hurricanes afloat for quite a while. Donovan Majette, 19 points for Louisburg. Torrey Brown with 13. He had one of his best games I've seen that I've seen this season at home, especially. Isaiah Smith finished with 12. Christian Hodges, his double-digit streak has ended. He finished today's game with 9 points. Barnes, 3. James Harris with a bucket. And, again, it adds up to 80 points for the Hurricanes, who fell 6 points short. For the Yetis, we'll go back to their scoreline again. Flowers and Beard, each with 21 points today. Jacob Adair had 10, Smith with 10. Tamarian Roundtree had 8 points for Cairo Morales, who got all of his in the second half, and he had major buckets that helped the Yetis win this game. McAllister Anderson, averages 1.8 points on the season, came in and got 5 points today. Martise Mills came in off the bench and had a deuce, and that was the scoring output for the victorious Cleveland Yetis today. And Jabbar Adams, they'll take this victory right on back down the road to Shelby County, or to Cleveland County in Shelby.
So our next game will be Monday as the women match up with Southwest Virginia, who's on a 4-game road swing. They start off at Cape Fear yesterday, played at Brunswick today, Richard Bland tomorrow, and they'll be back. They'll be here against the hot-seeded and the top-seeded, the second-seeded Lady Hurricanes at 5 o'clock. We'll have it right here on Louisburg Sports Network, presented by High Level Media. As we leave you tonight, the only ceiling to your potential is the one you create. A special thanks to Athletic Director Michael Holloman, Assistant Athletic Director Jason Rastake, and the staff here at Louisburg College. Your final score, Louisburg Hurricanes fall to Cleveland Community College, 86-80. For my analyst Craig Green and all the wonderful staff of High Level Media, this is Petey Doris saying good night, and thanks for watching Louisburg Sports Network.